Are you a California licensed lawyer looking to start your own law corporation? In today's video, I am going to talk to you about the steps and requirements to do and maintain after your law corporation is filed and registered. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the managing attorney here at Mulai Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without having to deal with the complicated legal forms. Our done-for-you service is backed by over 2,800 plus 5-star Google reviews, and we can help you start your business too. The purpose of these videos are to provide you with as much clarity and guidance in the beginning stages of starting a business. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as a bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's always recommended that you speak with a professional prior to doing anything related to business. And so with that side note out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the steps to take in order to ensure that your law corporation maintains good standing. Forming and registering the proper paperwork with the Secretary of State is the first step to formalizing and forming a law corporation. However, it's important to note that there are additional steps that an individual must do in order to ensure that their law corporation maintains good standing. The first consideration to make is when operating and marketing one's business, one's law corporation, it's very important that they use the same name that they used when filing the company with the Secretary of State. Say, for example, Lawyer Sal forms and registers a company under the name Tiger Law Corporation. Lawyer Sal must then market and display her law corporation under Tiger Law Corporation. In other words, she would not be able to market and display her law corporation under Zebra Law Corporation. Failure to use the name that they registered with the Secretary of State may lead to fines and penalties with the State Bar or even the Secretary of State. Next, Lawyer Sal is going to want to ensure that she maintains good standing when it comes to the certification given by the State Bar. The certification is a very important step because without properly having the right certification from the State Bar, one is not able to practice and provide legal services. If Lawyer Sal fails to maintain that certificate from the State Bar, say for example, Lawyer Sal continues to provide legal services and the certificate is not in good standing, the State Bar, she may be faced with potential fines from the State Bar. Next, Lawyer Sal is going to want to ensure that she maintains any sort of annual requirements due to the State Bar or to the Secretary of State. In California, a licensed lawyer who has a law corporation must file an annual renewal with the State Bar. There are fines that are accompanied with this filing, and so if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I recommend that you check the California State Bar. This annual renewal does require fines, so if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I recommend that you check the State Bar website. Next, Lawyer Sal is going to want to ensure that she is paying the annual franchise tax board fee. This requirement applies to all law corporations, and basically, in order to maintain good standing with the Secretary of State as well as California as a whole, a lawyer must pay $800 annually to the Franchise Tax Board of California. Failure to provide the proper annual renewals with the State Bar or with the Franchise Tax Board will likely lead to the law corporation losing its good standing status. Additionally, it's important to note that a law corporation that plans to hire either a resigned attorney that's no longer licensed, a disbarred attorney, etc., must ensure that that individual does not practice law. In other words, the law corporation cannot market this resigned lawyer or disbarred lawyer as having the ability and the authority to practice law. This is prohibited. Next, the lawyer is going to want to ensure that they are filing what's called the annual reports. Annual reports are due on an annual basis, and It's also known as the Statement of Information, which will be filed directly with the Secretary of State once a year. Failure to file one's annual report will likely result in losing that good standing status a law corporation has. Of course, the lawyer is also going to want to ensure that they are filing their taxes on time, and in order to streamline the process and simplify the process of filing taxes, the same lawyer is going to want to ensure that any sort of expenses is separate between personal and business, because the individual now has some sort of paper trail because all business expenses was kept in track through some sort of business bank account. In other words, it's not commingled with their personal expenses, which would be difficult and time consuming to separate come tax season. And then of course, during the practice of that lawyer's career, they're going to want to ensure that they respond back to any sort of inquiries, either from the Secretary of State, the State Bar, or the IRS. If you happen to have any questions about anything that I talked about in today's video, make sure you click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you better understand how to keep your law corporation compliant. If you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise. If you would like to continue learning more about LLCs, businesses, online businesses, go ahead and watch one of these videos.